Right, Nath, we'll start with the first question, which has come from Chris Smith. He says, are you pleased with the way things have gone for you since you joined Forest?
Considering the results, I think things have gone well. Obviously, getting sent off wasn't the best of things, really. But no, I am pleased. Just need to get a few more goals under my belt, which would be nice. But I think everyone's all working hard enough to achieve our goals.
Which leads us on to the next question, which is from Simon Murden, who wants to know how much more difficult are you finding it to score in a higher division?
I've already scored in this division before, so when I was at Wickham, we were bottom of the league as well then, and I scored 9 goals in something like 21 games, so it wasn't a bad record then, considering the teams. The team then was in all kinds of turmoil then, and obviously got relegated. But no, I mean, teams always up their game against Nottingham Forest, so that's just football for you. So it is hard, but you know, it can be easy sometimes. Not really. No, I'm joking. I meant the other way.
Right, that'll need some editing, that answer. God, I was nodding off there.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Alright, yeah. Jonathan wants to know, do you have any regrets about moving to Forest?
I knew you asked that question. No, bloody well done. People have always said that to me, do you have any regrets because results aren't going well? You know, Wickham are top of their leagues, wouldn't you have been better staying there? You would be up in this league next season. I still see Nottingham Forest as a team going up into the Championship. We're a very, very big, ambitious club. I think too many people are putting the club down and the way that things are going at the moment. I just think people really need to look at the brighter things in life. You know, we could be sitting bottom of the league, in which we're not. We're trying to get into the playoffs, and unfortunately we've had a bad run of results. So hopefully we can correct that this weekend.
Ryan Anthony wants to know, who's the biggest prankster at the club?
You got a few in there. A few, and some people have a bit, the wrong gear really. So he always ends up in the fridge in the dressing room, or hanging from the ceiling, like Runa would tell you later. But no, probably Jack. Jack, he's definitely one of them.
Talking of gear, what Paul Evans had on today had to be seen to be believed. I don't know whether you noticed it.
I saw it in the pink t-shirt.
Somebody who calls himself Forest Nuts wants to know, how hard was it to leave Wickham, and what's the main difference between the two clubs?
It wasn't that hard to leave Wickham, because I made it very clear to them at the start of the season I wasn't happy with the way that things were going there. A lot of issues, a lot of personal issues as well that had happened there as well. So it wasn't a hard decision to make. The difference is that all you got to do is look at the football club here in Nottingham Forest and what they've won, and the football that we play is very good football as well. Wickham probably more. I don't know, they're flying high, so it's always hard to knock aside when they're flying high. They are doing very, very well, and I do wish them that they do get promoted, and I wish them all the best. But my reasons were very clear to the chairman there, so the managing director, and to John Gorman, who's an absolutely fantastic manager, and I couldn't knock him. He's probably one of the best managers I've played under, and I hope for him himself, especially the way things are going down there of late, I hope they really do get promotion, because they do deserve it.
Karen Arnold asks, while you were on loan, did you ever think that you might not want to sign permanently? Now that really wasn't an option for you, because as soon as you came, the deal was virtually done, wasn't it? I
always knew that I'd be signing here, and nothing could go back. Even if I could go back, I wouldn't bother. Do you know what I mean? If it got to the point. If my agents told me, after a certain amount, when it comes to January, you got a choice whether you sign or not, I'll still sign.
Tracy Brown says, do you still feel as optimistic at reaching at least the playoffs with Forest this season, despite our dodgy form over the Christmas period? Now, obviously this question came in just after the Christmas period, and I suppose you could say we're in the midst of a dodgy spell at the moment. So are you still, as optimistic as you were when you first came here?
There's 15 games left, is there? 15 games left, still time. This is the whole point. what I try to make. You never go anywhere in life if you always look on the downside of things. If you think you're going to go out there and you're going to lose, you're going to lose. You know, and we proved that against Barnsley. We were not confident enough, and we felt the pressure straight from the first minute because people were on our back saying, "Oh, this is absolutely rubbish. It's not good enough. It's not fair on us." And we're just trying to get this club back to where it belongs. And I'm sick and tired of just hearing people get booed, especially the gaffer. The gaffer don't deserve it. The gaffer's trying his hardest to get this club back to where it was. He don't want to be sitting in this league, and nor do I, and nor does anyone else. And I'm sure the fans don't either. But you know, I just think that people just really need to get behind us because it's getting beyond a joke now. And maybe I'm speaking out of tone and everything, but when you're out there and you hear people booing you. And I'm not really one to listen to the fans, but you know I kind of blank it all out. But I couldn't blank it out against Barnsley, and it's I wasn't there at Milton Keynes game neither. But you know I think people just really need just to pat us on the back and just say, look, you can do it. There's 15 games left. It's possible to do it. You're not a milestone away.
Made me feel guilty for asking the question. Wasn't even my question. Kevin Poxon says, do you see Forest as a stepping stone, or will you be here for a long time to come?
Hopefully I'll be here for a long time. But in football, you don't know. You know, Real Madrid could come in. You know, what are you going to say to him? No, I'm joking. No,
yeah, you're dead right. You are. Yeah.
No, in football, you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'd like to say that I'm here at least for until my contract ends out.
Ryan Anthony asks, good question. Are the training sessions a lot more intense at Forest than they were at Wycombe?
Probably more relaxed. I think there's more structure really to try and get things right. At Wycombe we did kind of drag on the session. John Gorman always liked that. You know, he drag it on, get to 1 o'clock and you're absolutely knackered. So, but here it is very, very intense. It is very, very intense. Don't get me wrong, and it is it's a lot more hard working, but it's more shorter and less trying to grill it out really.
Michael Wrigley wants to know 2 questions. What's the toughest team you've played against?
What, this season or just through my whole career?
Throughout your career.
Oh, that's short, is it? The toughest team was probably Wolves. Dennis Irwin, Paul Ince, a few other players. I can't go through their list of names. That's a good question, that is. Let's see. Well, Chelsea. Got to be Chelsea.
You've got to be Chelsea. Might as well drop that in. When did you play them?
Pre-season, and I played them in the Carling Cup as well. So, it got to be them. The Wolves in the league were back then were tough.
And what's the best game that you've ever played?
God's sake, probably England under 20s. So that was the best game.
Who was that against?
That was against Germany. We won 2-1. Scored 2 goals on my debut, and he was back at Reading as well. So it was a bit of a special moment.
Chris Chapman wants to know: do you compare yourself to Stan Collymore, who obviously, as you'll know, is a huge Forest legend from his 2 seasons here? How you turn and run at defenders, strong in the air and good on the floor and fast. So,
I'll take the strong out of the air.
Are you
good on the floor?
Apart from that, do you think you Stan Collymore?
No, I'm just me. I just do what I do, just hard working. Yeah, he was a very, very good player. His son shouldn't have retired at 30, as far as I'm aware of. He should. Well, was it 30?
Around about that. Yeah,
around about that. I think it's just a waste of career. Very, very good player.
Is there any players you've modelled yourself on,
or is it Thierry on me? I watch him all the time. So Romario back then, you know, I used to love watching him. So I was on the edge of my seat. And I always nudge my dad. I said, "Dad, look at that! You see that?" He's like, "Right, who's that? Romario." Yeah.
Kieran Wright wants to know: if you could sign any player for Forest in the range of £1 million, who would it be and why?
In the range of £1 million? I've been trying to tempt my mate James Harper to come here, to be fair, because he's fantastic, great midfield player. But obviously he wouldn't come here. He's trying to get into the Premiership with Reading. But he's always said to me, "Oh, I can imagine if we lived together and everything, live up." I said, "Yeah, come up here, because I ain't going down there." No, it's I would want to, but I don't think it'd be available.
Right. This one comes from somebody who lives in Sweden, Ola Akerson, hope that's the right pronunciation, who asks about the game between England and Sweden, obviously in the World Cup this summer. It's on the 20th of June in Cologne, and she wants to know what you think the result will be and who you think might get the goals.
I don't even know who's going to be playing, and it's kind of a hard question. England will win 1-0.
You think so?
Yeah.
What, did Wayne Rooney goal? Michael Owen? Doubts about Michael Owen, I suppose. There's got to be
Lampard.
Fair enough.